The detail that caught people's attention wasn't the tiara. It was the question of who Queen Elizabeth favored most. For decades, royal watchers have speculated about Queen Elizabeth I's relationships with her grandchildren. Because the late queen was famously private, stories about favorites have always attracted enormous interest. One reason Princess Eugenie is often mentioned in these discussions is her close relationship with her grandmother. When Eugenie married in 2018, Queen Elizabeth allowed her to wear the stunning Greville Emerald Kokoshnik tiara, a piece from the royal collection that became one of the most memorable aspects of the wedding. However, the idea that Eugenie was definitively the Queen's favorite granddaughter remains speculation. Queen Elizabeth had 8 grandchildren and maintained relationships with each of them in different ways. Because she rarely discussed personal preferences publicly, claims about favorites are difficult to verify. The same is true of stories comparing Eugenie with Meghan Markle. Decisions involving royal jewelry, wedding arrangements, and access to historic pieces often depend on protocol, availability, and family circumstances rather than personal affection alone. What makes Eugenie stand out to many observers is her relatively low-profile public image. While other members of the family have frequently found themselves at the center of controversy, she has generally maintained a quieter presence and focused on her own family life. The bigger story isn't about who was the Queen's favorite. It's about legacy. Queen Elizabeth's grandchildren have each taken different paths, and public interest in those relationships remained strong even after her passing. And perhaps that's why the question continues to fascinate people. Some royal mysteries persist precisely because the Queen never gave the world a definitive answer.